Hi, welcome to Shirley's cooking channel. Today we're making meat sauce noodles. The meat sauce is inspired by the Taiwanese lurou, which is pork stewed in a spiced sauce. I also incorporated some elements of the Shanxi saozi, which is a type of hot and sour minced meat sauce. You can ladle this gooey, shiny meat sauce over noodles, rice, pasta, or even eat it with potato or bread. It's a very versatile sauce that goes with any staple. The meat sauce is fairly easy and quick to make. You can find a list of all ingredients at the end of the video. The portion I'm making today is enough for about 2 meals for 2 people. First, I'm going to soak 3 dried shiitake mushrooms in warm water. That's just somebody yawning in the background. Please ignore that. Next, I'll cut about 1 pound of pork into small pieces. Like this. Then we'll make our spice pack. We have 1 Tsao-ko, or black cardamom. You want to crack it open like this. Some people like to throw away the seeds, but I usually keep the seeds because they've got most of the flavor. About 1 tablespoon of Sichuan peppercorns, 1 star anise, 1 small piece of cinnamon, and 3 or 4 pieces of bay leaves. I'm just going to stuff them all into a tea bag and tie the tea bag up tightly. After about 30 minutes or so, our mushrooms should be softened now. We want to squeeze them out, keep the soaking water, and finely mince the mushrooms. Now we'll pan fry our pork. You want to keep the pan fairly hot, so it gives the pork a nice golden color on the bottom, and the gamey liquid from the pork evaporates faster. After all the liquid evaporates, the pork will start to color. At this point, we'll pour in 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing wine to give the pork a rich and nutty fragrance. I'm also adding in 2 tablespoons of sweet rice wine, which adds sweetness and umami. You can also use a pinch of sugar as an alternative. Next, we'll add 1 tablespoon of Doubanjiang, or fermented red chili and broad bean paste. We'll stir fry it over medium-low heat until the fragrance of the sauce releases. Next to the pan is our minced mushroom. Stir fry the mixture for about 1 minute. And then we'll add about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic and ginger. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Stir fry until the pork and mushrooms are colored nicely. Now we'll pour in the soaking water for the mushroom and add more water to cover all the ingredients. Now throw in our spice pack and bring the mixture to a boil. We'll put the lid on, turn the heat to low, and simmer the pork for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we'll fish out the spice pack and pour in some cornstarch that's dissolved in water. We want to cook the cornstarch until the stew is nice and thick and shiny. At this point, we'll pour in about 2 tablespoons of dark vinegar, which adds a very rich aroma. Now the meat sauce is done, and we can store it in a box. Put it in the fridge, which will last about a week, or freeze it, which will last for months. Now, because the meat sauce is quite salty, I recommend watering it down or adding other ingredients such as vegetables every time you use it. Here, I'll make a quick noodle sauce using the meat sauce that we just made. I'm going to cut 3 pieces of dried tofu into small cubes. Heat up a pan, stir fry some white parts of spring onions until they are slightly charred. Add in the puree of 1 tomato as well as 1 tablespoon of tomato paste to add more concentrated sourness. Here, I'm using 4 tablespoons of pickled tomato which I made previously as substitute because we ran out of fresh tomatoes. Now, add in about 1/3 of the meat sauce we made, and this is enough to serve 2 people. And add in the dried tofu cubes. Stir fry for about 2 or 3 minutes and then pour in some water, just enough to make the sauce a bit more soupy. Let the sauce simmer for another 2 to 3 minutes and our quick noodle sauce is done. We'll cook some noodles according to instructions on the package and then rinse the noodles in cold water so it keeps its chewy texture. Drain the noodles and put 1 person's serving in a bowl. Ladle half of the sauce over. Top it up with chopped green parts of spring onions and coriander. Add another layer of chili powder, as much as you like, and I like a lot of chilies. And then sprinkle some minced garlic on top. Now heat up about 2 tablespoons of oil until it slightly smokes and pour it over the toppings. Listen. Now we can stir everything around until every noodle is well coated with the fragrant, spicy, savory, sour, and umami sauce. And dig in. Enjoy! Have you sharpened this knife?
That's the one without the tape on the handle. I did, it wasn't brilliant.
Well, you mean just now?
No.
Oh, why didn't you?
Because one is enough, it's a pain in the ass to do. I hate it, it's really annoying. And also because even when you finish it after 20 minutes of going, you end up, it still isn't very sharp. You know, I don't know how to get this done right. I've looked at the videos.
Yeah, you should look at YouTube videos.
I did.
Well,
There's a little moth.
Where?
Under the table. So I looked at the YouTube videos and you know, I mean they all tell you different things. Hold it at this angle, hold it at that angle, do it in one direction only, do it in 2 directions.
Well, you should do it. You should hold it with both hands like this.
What
at
I do?
45 angles.
45? No, they do it at a much shallower.
No, it's 45.
No, it's usually much shallower.
No.